following is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln and online at merealty.com.
Are you sick and tired of the telephone calls, text messages, and ads in the mail for Medicare open enrollment? Medicare open enrollment begins October 15th and ends December 7th. Changes made during this time will go into effect January 1, 2025. Feel free to call me, local Medicare agent Dara Entwistle, and set an appointment to go over 2025 changes and plans. My office is in downtown Lincoln, or I can meet with you at your home if you like. Again, call me, Dara Entwistle, your local Medicare agent and your friend in health insurance, 217-651-8046.
Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hello, Lincoln and Logan County. This is Chris Grau from Grau Chevrolet Buick in Lincoln. When it comes time to choose someone to repair your car, truck, or SUV, don't you think you'd feel more comfortable working with the local people you know and trust? Our team in service, parts, and detail have the tools, training, and knowledge that will get your repairs done quickly with less downtime and at the right price. Call the local pros at 217-735-4444 at Grau Chevrolet Buick on North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
Thank you for watching WLCN's live video stream coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer basketball. WLCN's live video stream coverage is made possible by Me Realty. Whether buying or selling, trust the professionals at Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Go online to merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, located at 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln, and online at myfgec.org. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Grau Incorporated, serving Lincoln and Logan County since 1953. Located at 1905 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln, phone 217-735-4444, or go online to grauinc.com. Chestnut Health Systems, offering a comprehensive scope of behavioral health and human services in Illinois and Missouri. Call 888-924-3786. State Farm Insurance Agent Brian Clark, with offices at 628 North Chicago Street in Lincoln, or call 217-732-6211. Collision Concepts, located at 1005 Macon Street, just off Woodlawn Road, west of Culver's. Call 217-735-2100 or find them online at collisionconceptsinc.com. Complete Lawn Care, offering year-round service for all your outdoor needs, including lawn care, gutter cleaning, and snow removal. For a free estimate or for more information, call 217-732-9734. Dara Entwistle, independent health insurance agent advocating for you, your family, and your company. Located at 101 and a half South Kickapoo Street, Suite 6 in Lincoln. Call 217-651-8046. Heartland Bank and Trust Company. Heartland Bank and Trust Company gives you choices with personal or business checking accounts that fit you. Good people, great account choices. Heartland Bank and Trust. Member FDIC. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support.
Good evening, Railer Nation, and welcome to Lincoln Lady Railer basketball here live on a Friday night from the Palace on Prim, Roy S. And we have gone back in the past. She helped out last year. We've got the coach, Jan Bowers, here tonight with us. And Jan, welcome to Lincoln Lady Railer basketball, the 2024-25 version.
Well, thank you very much. I'm very excited to be here. It'll be my first game that I've been able to see the Lady Railers, and I'm very excited to see what they have this year.
You know, Jan, we've talked to Taylor Rohrer, and I think one thing that we all have to take into account, we've got spoiled over the last 4 years, Frobe and Heitzig and Stolzenberg and Bowman and that group. And this is a different team than what we've seen the last 4 years. And I think that's something everybody needs to take into account. This team has a different makeup, and that presents some different issues and some different strengths and weaknesses that this team may have that past teams did not have.
Absolutely. You know, as a coach, especially here in the beginning, you're trying to figure out exactly what your team is going to be able to do. Where the full court press was so effective for the Lady Railers the last few years, they may have to adjust that. And that's exactly, I think, what the first games, and even probably before Christmas, is going to be, is them finding out exactly what is the best strength for the girls that they have currently.
The other thing that I would say that I've noticed that last year, or the last 2 years, this team, the team, which is essentially the JV team from last year, went 40-1. They had quite a bit of success. But I'm wondering if part of that success was because, from what I see in girls basketball, if a program has a talented underclassman, they're on the varsity. They're not playing JV basketball in most cases. But here, you had so much talent at the varsity level, these girls were not going to break into that lineup, so they were playing JV ball. They were very good, but they were probably playing... They weren't maybe playing the competition they might have been had those other schools had their underclassmen on the JV team.
Absolutely. The speed, the physicalness at the varsity level is so much different than it is at JV, and they did a great job at the JV level. And again, they're going to find their way. They're going to learn the speed that they have to play to be successful against the other teams that will have more seniors than what we do currently.
That's the other thing we noticed too early in the year, because they played so Central Catholic, they lost the first game here at Roy S. 44-42 to a good Central Catholic team. Central Catholic had a lot of girls about the same size, all about 5'8", 5'9", but they were long and lean. They had long arms. That is, and so they could run maybe 4 out there or 5 out there at the same time. This team has not really faced that on a regular basis under game conditions. It took them a while to get used to it. So they were doing things, trying to do things against that defense that weren't working because Lincoln has small guards. I mean, that's just the way it is. You've got Schneider at 5'4", Sienna Adams at 5'4", and they were trying to pass the ball over taller players. Long arm, that's not going to work. You know that from a coaching and playing standpoint. It does not work. You've got to figure out something else.
That's exactly right. And again, I think they will as time goes. And, you know, another thing you have to consider, look who they were playing against last year in practice. They're playing against the top-notch players, which then transferred over as they got on the floor. And nothing against the players they may be scrimmaging against, you know, currently, but it's not the same as what they were playing against.
No, and in fact, Taylor and I had talked about that, is that, and she was quite frank about it. She used the JV team a lot as a scout team last year, so they were playing the offenses and defenses that had been scouted to allow the varsity to practice against that, and their time of actually getting implementing the regular offenses and defenses that the varsity used was probably very slim. So now they're having to adjust. Hey, I've got to learn something new here, and you don't do that overnight. It takes a while.
Oh, that's for sure. That is for sure. And you know, they had played together, which is a good thing, the chemistry. But again, it is so different at this level with some of the more experienced players. So as you said, you know, they're playing against players that their juniors probably played varsity last year, where our juniors did not. And that is a huge difference.
That's correct. The player we had with the most experience is Piper Whiteman, and now, you know, she's out with that knee injury until January, and I'm sure they miss her quite a bit, although they played without her most games, at least a half on the JV level. But as you said, this is a different level. The speed, the size, the execution is different at the varsity level than it is at the junior varsity level.
Right. And I'm sure the coaches are doing the best they can to encourage the players, and sometimes they just have to try different things. You've got to get out there and just let yourself be free, and they may not be quite at that point yet, but the more games they play, they will get there, and they will loosen up, and they will try things that they've probably never tried before.
SHG comes into this game 1-5, 1-0 in the CS8. Their latest victory, a 3 or 4 point win over Normal University High School. Steve Klunick had coached them for a long time. They've got a new coach in Dave Andrews. A little bit of a surprise that they're 1-5 right now, because SHG usually has a pretty good girls basketball program. In fact, they've got a pretty good athletic program overall.
Well, the Thanksgiving tournament that they played in had some pretty good teams. So they played against Pekin, and they played against Galesburg, and they played against Richwoods and Metamora, and then turned around and played Metamora again. So, you know, their tournament, they faced some pretty good competition right off the bat. And I know the coach had mentioned that he was going to try some things different. You know, it was it's his first year with this group, and he was going to experiment, and so they might have had the same struggles that we're facing, just trying to find their way under a new coaching staff.
Well, Lincoln played a pretty good Central Catholic team to start the season. Then they turned around and went and played Morton, and Morton is very, very good. They're playing them on their floor. They're wanting revenge for the 2 losses last year. That was almost a perfect storm. And it wasn't really, you know, this final score was a 35-point victory, but it really wasn't that kind of where they got blown out in the first quarter and then, you know, it was pretty much over by halftime. It was almost a gradual pull away during that basketball game. One thing the girls never gave up, they never gave up the fight, but they suffered the same type of fate that they did against Central Catholic of getting into the traps, trying to make passes that weren't there, and a lot of empty possessions. You can't have empty possessions against a team like Morton. It doesn't work.
Absolutely. Coming into this game, SHG is averaging 34.8 points offensively. Lincoln 41.5. Lincoln gave up 52 points per game and only 48 for SHG, but Morton was a big part of why they gave up so many points. So they're not really giving up that many. The other games were very close, and you know, they're scoring in the 40s except for the one game. And you know, if you can play good defense, you can win a game scoring 40 points.
One thing I've noticed that has happened to Lincoln in the first 4 games of this year, it even happened against Downs Tri-Valley, they have faced teams that had some good 3-point shooters. MacArthur had 7 threes in the first half over at Decatur MacArthur. That was a big part of the issues that Lincoln had, was not being able to defend those people out at the 3-point line. And some of those threes were from the volleyball line. Downs Tri-Valley had a couple of girls that just bombed away the threes early on, and that's how they got into a hole. But when Lincoln stepped up the defense in the second half, that's really when the game turned around, was stepping up their defense. They only gave up 5 points in the third quarter. That allowed them to close up, and then they kind of locked it down there in the fourth quarter. Ended up winning by 2. It was an exciting ball game.
Yes. Well, you know, one of the things that was so strong for Lincoln was having Chloe at the point in the defense, because she was so tall and long and lanky, and teams had to throw over the top of her. You didn't have time to get a 3-point shot off. So the girls are going to have to figure out how to make them make the passes over the top and be able to get there and close out quicker to stop those 3-point shots.
It looks like we are about ready to go into the opening ceremony, so we're going to send it back to the WLCN studios for a 90-second timeout. Excuse me, folks. We will come back here in 90 seconds with the opening lineups.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
Railer fans, we're about ready for the starting lineups. I'm going to turn it over to my broadcast partner, Jan Bowers, to bring the starting lineups for both teams. First, for the visiting Cyclones from SHG.
All right, we have starting number 13, Allie Fleischle. For SHG, she is a senior. Also starting is number 14, and that is Izzy Hasselbrock. Number 15 will be Nora Long, a senior. Number 32 is Gigi Gray, a junior. And number 33, a senior, Sophie Murphy.
And those are the five starters for SHG, coached by Dave Andrews. Again, they're 1-5, 1-0 in the conference. And now the starting lineups for Lincoln's Lady Rail Splitters.
All right, so we will have starting a junior, number 2, Lily Holmes.
Easter Lily Holmes, averaging about 5.6 game.
Also a junior, number 3, Grace Snyder.
The floor general, Gracie.
Another junior, number 11, Missy McLeod. Mia Clark, number 25, a senior, or a junior, I'm sorry, for the Lady Railers.
19 and 15 in her last 2 games, and the leading scorer.
And number 32, McKinley Knapp.
Big Mac at center.
And senior.
And the lone senior in the starting lineup.
You know, it's funny you say senior because you look at all of the stat sheets and they all say now forwards. It's like they don't have centers anymore.
No,
back in our day, you had a center.
Well, with the three-point line and the speed of the game, a low-post center just doesn't appear much anymore.
It does not. It does not. So here we go, and very excited to see how the Lady Railers fare tonight.
Big Mac and Sophie Murphy to tap it at center circle. Lady Railers move from left to right on your radio dial here at Roy S. SHG from right to left. And the tap up and controlled by the backcourt by SHG. Hasselbrock in the backcourt. We'll go right side to Fleischle. In the corner, back out Fleischle. Hasselbrock. Left side, Nora Long. They go inside Murphy. Murphy tried to kick it out. Good defense by the ladies. Got the hand in there. And the turnover, and Lincoln coming the other way quickly. SHG looking like they're going to play a little man-to-man here. And Grace works around the defense, goes left side. They go to Clark in the corner. 3 on the way. No, rolls across. A ball out of bounds and saved in bounds by Big Mac. On the floor, and it'll be a first down here at the CS8 mark on Roy S. Anderson. And the alternating possession will go to the Lady Rail Splitters. Good hustle, Jan, there by the ladies.
It was, and it was a good open shot for Lincoln, and Meal will hit that shot. Here she is trying it again. Let's see if she can get it to go.
Shot out of the right wing, no good, and Mac tipped it again that time, and here they come the other way. Allie Fleischle quickly the other way to Long. Shot up by Hasselbrock. Good, a three-pointer. And already SHG up 3-0 with 7:10 to go here in the first quarter. They get into Schneider, and it's knocked out of bounds and off of Schneider. And this is where the ladies have had trouble in previous games. Jan, if you scouted those first film games, you would put a lot of pressure on this Lincoln basketball team in the backcourt.
Absolutely, and you know, that's really high school basketball anymore. It's all about the press.
Fleischle shot again, top of the key, and just like that, Lincoln's down 6-0 with 6:54 to go here in the first quarter. Now they get it into Clark, and she's going to take it across the timeline. Clark, left-handed dribble, back to Schneider. Schneider will set the Lincoln offense. Lincoln sets up in a 1-4 offense. Clark, left wing 3, short, no good. Ball on the floor, and Hasselbrock comes out of there with it quickly across the timeline. And now the Lincoln defense gets set up. Holmes at the point. They go right wing long. In the corner, they go Murphy. She kicks it back out. Or excuse me, that was Gigi Gray. She kicked it back out. They go inside Murphy, and good defense again. Murphy just knocked Grace Schneider out of bounds right in front of the official, and no call.
My goodness. You know, we're three shots, 3 possessions, and 3 3-point shots. You know, I haven't seen them enough to see if we have anybody can penetrate, but I think we're going to have to try to do something a little different than just rely on that outside shot.
Grace Schneider, another 3-pointer, no good. Back of the iron, Mack taps the ball away. She chases it down. McKinley Knapp to Schneider. Schneider out front at the volleyball line. Right side, they go lob inside to Knapp. Good pass up and no good, and got fouled.
It was a great pass, very nice pass inside, but a great post position there by the Lincoln offense. So
Jan,
that's what we need to do.
This is what has happened sometimes to the ladies, especially, and we saw this against Downs. They would get good shots and open looks at the basket, but just couldn't get the ball to go in the hole.
Well, then we rely
makes
on our
the free throw. There we go. We've got to make the free throws. At 6-1, the score, SHG. 6:01 to go here in quarter number 1. Second one by the senior. Eyes it. Nope, didn't get it. Holmes tried to tap it out of there. Gigi Gray with the rebound. And now Lincoln's defense starts to pick up. They tap the ball away. Murphy to Fleischle. They get it across to Gray. Gray throws up a wild 3-pointer. Nearly hit the shot clock. Ball up again, no good. And Clark comes out of there with the air ball rebound.
I think SHG is going to rely on that 3-point shot just as well. That was a very quick shot.
They go inside to Knapp again. Knapp kick to Schneider. Schneider to Holmes. Rainbow 3. No, didn't hit anything. Ball batted around and out of bounds. And they say it went off Mia Clark. A lot of contact there. Bodies went flying, but it's just an out-of-bounds call, and it'll go back to SHG.
That was a great possession by the Lady Railers. I love the fact that they got it inside, then kicked it back out. They have to have that post player touch the ball.
And again, the defense gets its hands on the ball, but couldn't hang on to it. Batted it out of bounds. Good defense again by the Lincoln ladies. And Jan, you like to see that, because if there's anything that's going to carry you and win championships, it's defense.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Fleischle out front against Holmes. Left side Long. They go to Gray in the corner. Back out front Long. Fleischle. Hasselbrock. Fleischle. Long. Hasselbrock. Lincoln coaches up, applauding the defense. They get it to Long. They go inside Murphy. Murphy turns around, throws it up, no good. Ball out of bounds, and they say it went off McKinley's hands last, and it'll stay with SHG. Again, 6-1 the score, 4:58 to go here in the first quarter. Hasselbrock and Fleischle for SHG with 2 threes. Another 3 by Fleischle. She set up, didn't get it. Long rebound goes to Long. Back out front, Hasselbrock. She may step in. Nope, didn't take the three. Right wing, Fleischle. They go in the corner, Gray. Back out front, ball tapped away into the backcourt, and Lincoln not able to get it down. Long, again tapped away. Lincoln getting their hands on the basketball.
Yeah, a lot of touches.
Fleischle did a good job stepping through the trap. They get it to Gray. Air ball too hard. Back out to Long. She's going to launch a three. Up and good. Nora Long hit a three. SHG, did they say that was a 2? Let's see.
I believe it was a 2.
Yeah, it was a 2. I thought she was beyond the line, but it was a 2. And a 30-second timeout by Lincoln with SHG up 8-1. Me Realty, whether buying or selling, trust the professionals at Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or go online to merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, located at 304 North McLean and online at myfgec.org. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butter Burger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. And we want to thank the folks down at the concession stand. They brought us bags of popcorn again tonight.
That was very nice.
It's kind of hard to snack on the popcorn, though, because then your mouth gets dry. You got to drink something and call it a game at the same time. They don't work, folks.
They do not.
No, they don't work at the same time. But we appreciate the popcorn. Connor can eat it because he's not enough to talk. McLeod looks to inbound and gets it to Schneider. And here comes Grace on the run. Grace trying to get ahead of the defense. Didn't have the numbers and wisely pulls it out. Schneider drives down the lane, kick in the corner. McLeod going to drive baseline. Mesa in trouble. The lob pass, that doesn't work. Jan, there are times a bounce pass is going to work better than trying to make that floater pass.
That's a fundamental. I was talking about with boys basketball team at Mount Pulaski that they have lost the art of the bounce pass. Most fundamental pass that you can have.
Gigi Gray hits a 15-footer off the baseline, and just like that, it's 10-1. Clark going to drive in the lane. The kick out Holmes. Nice fake. Goes baseline into Knapp. Mack kicks it back out Clark. Clark loads up the three. No, short. Didn't hit anything. McKinley Knapp chases it down. Had a baseline angle. Didn't take it. Back out front, Schneider. And a 3-second call in the lane. Well, there's one for the year because you don't see that anymore either.
No, you do not. I'd like to see McKinley take that ball up when she gets it inside. Little pump fake. I think she'd draw a foul every time.
Lily Holmes going to sit down. And SHG inbounds in the backcourt using a diamond 1 press breaker. They get the ball across the timeline. They go to Murphy. Murphy, layup time, didn't get it. Rebound, Rebecca Burge in the basketball game.
Murphy very active at 6'1". She does. She moves quite well inside.
SHG's got 2 big girls inside, and Gray and Murphy. They go inside Burge. Burge turns around, brought the ball down, and Jan, anytime a big person brings the ball down, that's fair game for the guards.
Exactly. You notice she came down with her elbows inside, tucked to her body, and that's no protection.
No.
You got to get those elbows out. Pam Richart was a master of that.
Rebound SHG, long out front, 3 on the way, and got it. Wow. Lincoln is now down 12 points with 2:44 to go in the first quarter, 13-1.
Again, difficulty rebounding defensively just because of the height differential.
Adams, corner Clark. Mia, and they're covering her knowing she's the leading scorer.
Exactly.
Schneider, in trouble, going to go in the trees. A left-handed runner and got it.
Look at that.
Grace Snyder with the left-handed runner cuts to 10, and Lincoln needed that basket badly.
I remember watching Schneider last year playing for the JV, and I thought she was a good ball player, and I really like what she does on top and the control she has with the ball.
Gray in the corner, long. Murphy's camped out in the lane.
She is.
Shot out front. Hasselbrock up, no good, and Burge goes up for the rebound.
Good rebound there. Good block out that time.
Rebecca Burge has not played since her freshman year, and she's really starting to round out into game shape. Clark drives in the lane and turns around, gets it to Snyder. Grace going to go in the trees again. Out front, Mia, top of the key, 3. Looked good, didn't go down. And SHG with a good box out gets the rebound.
I saw 3 of them with a body on a player.
Fleischle in the backcourt gets it to Hasselbrock. They go to Murphy, break the press. Ball batted away by Clark. Good defense by Lincoln. Minute 29 to go here in the first. Emma Emma Hutchison into the basketball game for Lincoln.
I like the coaches running different players in the ball game, just trying to keep some fresh players on the floor and find somebody that maybe can make something happen.
Gray goes out front. They get it to Fleischle. Fleischle to Long. They go inside Murphy. Murphy, the nice kick out to Hasselbrock. Hasselbrock back out front, Fleischle. Fleischle to Long. Gray. Cross court they go. Long three by Hasselbrock. Up, no good. Ball on the floor, and Adams comes out of there with it.
You know, we dive in when the ball goes inside to Murphy, but I haven't seen her really make a strong move. She's really looking to kick it out. I'm not sure I would drop in. I think I would go ahead and stay out on the players on the wing and stop that three-point shot.
Holmes on the weave, drives in the lane, throws it up, no call, got hit, and a great rebound bucket by McKinley Knapp.
That was a great drive and a good follow by her teammate.
13-5, the SHG lead. 39 seconds to go. Up the floor, here comes Murphy down the lane, throws it up, didn't get it, and McKinley Knapp, I think, is going to get nailed for the foul.
And I thought Lincoln was fouled again down here offensively. I thought Holmes was fouled, and no, not Holmes. It was.
Yes, it was.
It was Holmes.
Holmes drove for the layup. Yes, I thought she was fouled too.
Yes.
There was a lot of contact, and Murphy goes to the line and makes the first of two. Fouls on McKinley Knapp, her first, and the team's first. Both teams with one foul here in the opening quarter. Again, SHG up 14-5, 35.6 seconds to go in the quarter. Murphy knocked them both down. Excuse me, folks, making it 15-5.
Again, Lincoln's had some open shots. We just haven't been able to knock them down.
Pressure comes from SHG. They get into Adams. And Cece will work against the pressure. Into the game for SHG, Adeline McElroy. Holmes drives in the lane, kicks it to Knapp. Back out front, Adams, a three on the way. Short, not even close. Tipped in by Hutchinson. Adams is right there. No good. Rebound, Holmes, up and good. Nice rebounding position by the ladies.
Yes.
And it's 15-7. It's nice to get a bucket out of that possession before the end of the quarter.
It was. I like to see them attack the offensive board and follow up with it.
Lincoln taps the ball away. Fleischle got it. Murphy gets the rebound up and no good. Wow, at the end of one quarter, it is SHG 15, Lincoln 7. We're going to send it back to the studio for a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to Lady Railer Basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Back at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium, Jay Harden, Jan Bowers alongside. Lincoln down 15-7. And Jan, you and I were talking off air, kind of similar to the game Wednesday night against Downs Tri-Valley, where the other team was able to hit some three-point shots. Lincoln couldn't get shots to go down, and the Lincoln girls dug themselves a 12-point hole in the first half.
Well, we've got to find somebody that can step up and hit the first one, and maybe that'll be the key to everybody hitting.
McElroy long, pass it around. Murphy has the ball, free throw line, tries to go underneath. Good defense by Mesa McLeod, knocks it out of bounds, and it went off of SHG last. Wow.
We'll take it.
We will take that call. McLeod inbounds to Holmes. Lilly, nice left-handed dribble, goes up the sideline and has the ball batted away.
You know, we've broken the press, but it's been 1 to 2 passes, reverse the ball, then being able to dribble it up. Off the first pass, that's a little tough to do.
They get the ball inbound to Adams. Hutchinson still in the basketball game, earned herself some playing time with a big three, and Adams makes an ill-advised pass. Holmes hustles down and takes the ball away. Lily Holmes with nice defense gets it to Hutchinson. Emma with a nice crossover dribble quickly up the floor. In the corner, McLeod. Mesa the three. Oh, looked really good. Didn't go in, and Holmes going to commit the frustration foul on the rebound.
Lincoln really needs to take care of the ball. They're making some passes without actually seeing the offensive player and where the defense is, and I think the Sacred Heart has scouted them well, and they know what our offense is, and they're just shooting the gaps for the steals.
Again, a diamond press breaker used by SHG, and they get the ball across the timeline without dribbling. That's always impressive to me. And a traveling call out front on Long. That, when you sit and look at the difference between the two teams, they're breaking the press without dribbling the ball. And we're taking the ball inbounds and then trying to dribble against their pressure all the way up.
Absolutely. You always have to have two players back. I used to call it never, never, never leave your wingman. And you always have to have two players back, and sometimes we only have the one, and then we're caught. We don't have that pass.
Clark with a nice move down the lane, didn't get it, napped the rebound up and good. Big Mac, another bucket, give her 5. And with 6:47 to go here in quarter number 2, Lincoln down 15-9.
Give the unaccounted assist to Mia for that great drive in the left hand. I love the way the Lady Railers are not afraid to use their left.
Lincoln, again, looking for that trap up there at the half-court line, not able to get it done. Long, an 8-footer off the left wing, no good. Rebound, Hutchinson unable to grab it. Out front they go. Hasselbrock, the long three, and got it.
We're just not recovering back out quick enough. We're dropping in, but we are not closing out soon enough. We're kind of hesitating on to when we make that move.
Hasselbrock knocks it out of bounds from Snyder. SHG up 18-9. 6:14 to go here in quarter number 2. McLeod to inbound side court, front court, gets it into Snyder. Snyder, right wing, right-hand dribble. The lefty goes around the screen from Knapp, gets it, or Clark gets it back to Clark. Nice three, bang, a collision concept three. That one came out of a nice flow and a nice rhythm, and Mia Clark knocks it down, gets those three back. It's 18-12.
That was a little set play. That was a little quick hit set play, and it worked to perfection.
Layden Tamblin in the game for SHG, lost the ball through her hands and out of bounds. Schneider will dribble it up against Hasselbrock. Schneider drives in again, the screen out front. Schneider, wide open lane, gets it to Hutchinson corner, three on the way, no. Ball on the floor, and a nice box out by Sophie Murphy. The big girl has got some strength there, and she just moved everybody out of the way.
I'm very impressed with SHG's block outs. I'm going to guess that they practice that a lot.
McElroy goes to Tamblin in the corner, back out front McElroy. Out front to Hasselbrock. Hasselbrock long. Hasselbrock and Long playing catch with it on the right side. Long, the three-pointer up, no good. Ball hits the floor. Schneider comes out of there with it. Schneider throws it inside to Knapp. Knapp, four people around her, gets it out to Clark. Mia down the lane, 10-foot stop and pop up. No good. Rolls off the iron, and all SHG under the bucket. Here they come quickly the other way. Long back out front. Hasselbrock loads up the three. Looks good. It is. Izzy Hasselbrock hits the three. Give her 9, and it's 21-12.
That's 5 threes already for SHG.
Sounds familiar with the game we did Wednesday night. Clark out front, throws it in the corner. Hutchinson drives in, back out front. Clark got Sophie off of her feet, didn't take the dribble drive. Schneider threw the ball behind Hutchinson. Emma recovers. Hutchinson, 18-footer, no good. Rebound, good rebound by Knapp, throws it up and got it.
What a great move. What a great move.
McKinley Knapp with the strength inside, grabs the ball, threw it up and in, and draws the foul. And the foul is on number 34, Layden Tamblin. That is their first of the second quarter. And going out of the ball game is Nora Long. Checking back in is Allie Fleischle for SHG.
I'm very impressed with Knapp and her work that she does under the basket. She plays hard. She posts hard. She attacks the board. I think she's doing a great job, and I love the little move there she made to finish that.
Big Mac gets the free throw, and it's 21-15, so Lincoln hanging in, down 6. They go inside Murphy. Murphy free throw line. The long pass to the right side. Shot up long. Oh, nice shot. Adam McElroy hits a 10-footer off the baseline. 23-15. That was a nice move.
It was.
Hutchinson will bring the ball across the timeline. Gets it to Clark out front. Lincoln sets their offense. Left wing Holmes. Holmes around the screen from Knapp. Nice pass to Knapp. McKinley went up, had the ball blocked, and here comes Griffin the other way.
Good pass, just not able to finish.
McElroy, Hasselbrock, McElroy, and a 10-second call, and the ladies get a turnover on a 10-second call, and the defense turns it back over to Lincoln.
You know, we really have not seen SHG score from inside the paint. At this point, again, I would just stay closed out on the perimeter. They've proven themselves to be able to hit the threes, and let's see if they can score in the paint. I'd rather give up the 2 than the 3.
At this point, Jan, and again, we don't second-guess coaches, but at this point, would you like to see more pressure on the ball so that they don't get those easy outside shots? McLeod, a long 3, got it, bang, a Collision Concepts 3, 23-18. They get it to Murphy. Murphy quickly across the timeline. Murphy down the lane. Nice little left-handed spin against the smaller McLeod. Lays it up and in, 25-18.
Well, she proved me wrong there. Well, they shouldn't prove me wrong, but at least we made them shoot the ball from the inside.
Sophie Murphy, their big center, 6'1". They go inside to Knapp. Back out front, Clark. Clark left wing 3, up no good. Back of the iron. Adams fights for the rebound, and look at little CC Adams. Take it out of there. They go inside to Knapp. Great pass, and up and in.
Yes, absolutely. You got to credit the passer, but also Knapp for her posting position. She really seals well. Elise
Mantell was in the game for SHG. She's tied up in the backcourt. The alternating possession, it goes to Lincoln. Down 25-20, 2:21 to go here in the half.
From 18-9 to 25-20, we'll take that. If we can hang on here, keep it in 5 or less, going into halftime.
Shot out of the corner, no good. Mia tried to follow her shot, and Gigi Gray back in the basketball game sealed her out and got the rebound.
Several right on line, just back of the iron.
Murphy. They go inside, they go inside to Murphy, and the left-hander puts it up and in. 27-20, the Griffin lead, 1:54 to go here in the half. Adams fouled in the backcourt by Fleischle. Those are the fouls that drive coaches crazy, aren't they? I mean,
absolutely.
You like good defense, but 60 feet from the basket doesn't mean anything at that point.
Absolutely. And I really like Adams and Schneider. I think they both do a good job handling the ball, and they're keeping their heads up and seeing the floor very well.
Nat brought it down, gets it to Adams. Here comes Cece down the lane, up and no good. Got knocked to the floor. No call. Tried to use the board and threw it over the back of the rim.
Love to see that baseline move, though. Good recognition.
McElroy, 3 left wing and got it. And just like that, it is a 10-point lead for SHG, 30-20. Adams backcourt going to get the trap, and she dribbles around it and pushes the ball up the floor. Crossover dribble. Numbers in the corner. Knapp. Holmes. Lilly. Nice crossover dribble. Throw back to Knapp. McKinley to McLeod in the corner. Clark. McLeod looking inside for McKinley. Mack throws it out to Holmes. She got fouled. 4 players are surrounding McKinley Knapp.
Absolutely.
And she recognized that and kicked it back out.
And we finally got the call, because that's not the first one that I think that they've gotten away with several.
That's 2 on Sophie Murphy. Nice pass into Holmes. Lilly throws it up, no good. Gets it up and in. Lilly stuck with it and make it 30-22. 4 for Lily Holmes. Stolen away by Clark, and I think it was off Mia. Let's see. Ooh. You know, we try to be fair here on the broadcast, folks, and I really thought that was off Mia Clark.
Absolutely. I think that's 2 down there.
Yeah. The official was screened off of it, but I'm pretty sure that was off Mia.
But I think we didn't get the foul call down here that we should have gotten.
But I don't think it was a makeup call. He was just shot by Clark out front. Bang! A collision concepts 3. And just like that, Lincoln within 5, 30-25. 31 seconds to go here in the half. Lincoln steals the ball away. Clark goes to the floor. Adams going to pull it back out. Mia's slow to get up. Looks like she's okay. They get it to her. Oh, I thought she was going to load it up. Takes it down the lane.
Nice.
Right past the big man. Up and good.
And there's that bounce pass you were talking about. And that's the only pass that could have made it there. What a great look by Mia.
30-27, and Lincoln almost steals it away again. Gray is in trouble. She's in trouble. Gets it to Fleischle. Got to guard the three-point line. They threw up a long bomb and didn't get it down. McElroy missed a 25-footer at the gun. And at the end of the half, it is SHG 30 and Lincoln 27. We will send it back to the WLCN studios for a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, Jan and I will have the Grau Incorporated halftime show. You're listening to Lady Railer Basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Thank you for watching WLCN's live video stream coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer Basketball. WLCN's live video stream coverage is made possible by Me Realty. Whether buying or selling, trust the professionals at Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Go online to merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, located at 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln, and online at myfgec.org. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Grau Incorporated, serving Lincoln and Logan County since 1953. Located at 1905 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln, phone 217-735-4444, or go online to grauinc.com. Chestnut Health Systems, offering a comprehensive scope of behavioral health and human services in Illinois and Missouri. Call 888-924-3786. State Farm Insurance Agent Brian Clark, with offices at 628 North Chicago Street in Lincoln, or call 217-732-6211. Collision Concepts, located at 1005 Macon Street, just off Woodlawn Road, west of Culver's. Call 217-735-2100, or find them online at collisionconceptsinc.com. Complete Lawn Care, offering year-round service for all your outdoor needs, including lawn care, gutter cleaning, and snow removal. For a free estimate or for more information, call 217-732-9734. Dara Entwistle, independent health insurance agent advocating for you, your family, and your company. Located at 1...
Welcome to the Grau Incorporated halftime show here at Roy S. Anderson Gym. We're Lincoln down 30-27. SHG led it after one quarter, 15-7. Lincoln scored 20 points in the second quarter to SHG's 15 and climbed back to a 30-27 deficit after being down, I believe it was 10 points at one time, wasn't it? It was 10 points at one time in the second quarter. And Lincoln, with some hustle, some inside play, some good rebounding, was able to crawl back into this basketball game. Coach, what do you got for scoring here at halftime?
All right, let's start with SHG, who is being led by Izzy Hasselbrock with 3 threes for 9. We've got Adeline McElroy, who has 5 points, a 3-pointer and a 2. And we have Sophie Murphy, the 6'1" center, with 6 points, with 2 free throws and 2 2-pointers. And then we also have Nora Long with 5 points, a 3 and a 2, and with Gigi Gray, 2 points for their total of 30. For Lincoln, they are led by McKinley Knapp, who has 12 points, doing a great job inside, cleaning up on the boards, but the recipient of some great passes by her teammates. We also have Mia Clark with 6 points, hitting 2 threes, and I think she's starting to find that range. And not only that, but with the defense coming out on her, she was able to penetrate and, again, make some good passes inside to McKinley Knapp. We have Lily Holmes, who has 4 points on 2 field goals, and we also have Mason McLeod, who hit a 3 for 3 points, and Grace Schneider with 2 points, who, again, I think is doing a great job offensively with the ball. And, again, I'm really impressed with the way she's able to keep her head up and see the floor and not get caught up in a lot of spin reverses and looking down at the floor. So she's made some super passes inside as well.
So if I understood right from what you said, SHG has got 5 threes here in the first half. Is that right?
They have 6.
So 6 threes here in the first half.
Yes.
Kind of a repeat what we saw against MacArthur and Downs, that they hit a lot of threes in the first half. Again, do you think from a coaching perspective that if you can get more pressure on the ball, either on the press in the backcourt or when they get to the front court, if you can get more pressure on the ball, you cancel out some of that three-point shooting because it's not as easy for them to get set up and get the pass they want to get the shot. Yeah, they may get it from inside out, or as we've seen on some buckets where the ball's kicked back out. You just have to be mindful that, hey, and playing a zone is very difficult to rebound. We know that. But sometimes you lose the person by, if you're playing a zone, you're concentrating on the ball. You lose where the shooters are at sometimes. But I've always thought if you could get more pressure on the ball, you cancel out a team's ability sometimes to come down and get that three out of their offense.
Absolutely. And really what got us back in the game is we did force some turnovers with our press and not allowing them to set up. And, I don't know what their shooting percentage is from 3 right now, but it's very high, and that's not usually something you see that high in girls basketball. So you'd think that at some point they're going to stop hitting, but it's not happening right now. So agreed, you have to put that pressure, and they, and I said that, and then they dumped it inside, and the big girl did score. But again, the fact is we had to try something different, and we have to continue to do that.
Well, from what we have seen, at least so far, Lincoln, I think, has done a pretty good job with the interior defense, but they don't seem to concentrate that much on working around, breaking the defense down, and getting the ball inside to her. It's a lot of, hey, if I'm open from out here, I'm going to chuck it up. And obviously, they tonight have the shooters, apparently, they can stick it in the hole. Would you sit there and go, and from a broadcast perspective, you go, Jesus, every team that comes out against us going to light it up from 3? And it's like, so far, yes.
Yes.
Central Catholic hit 3s, Morton hit 3s, MacArthur hit 3s, Downs Tri-Valley hit 3s, and they hit 6 of them in the first half tonight.
Yes. And it's not one person. So it's not like, okay, you need to just guard Hasselbrock because she's hit 3 threes. The other ones have hit as well. So SHG has a lot of offensive weapons. They have a lot of people that can hit those shots. And that makes a difference. And then they have the big girls who are rebounding inside. So we've given up some offensive rebounds only because, unfortunately, we're not quite as tall.
So tell a story about your playing days when you were playing here as one of the Lady Railers. If you had somebody on the other team that hit a bunch of shots against you for a while, did you have somebody like Big Bad Barb or Pam Richhart that would go out and say, yeah, they're not going to hit another shot. I'm going to go out. They put up another shot. I'm fouling them pretty hard. I'm not going to hurt them, but they're going to know they got fouled. Did you ever have that happen?
We had Pam Richhart, who was, I'm going to tell you what, I was glad she was on my team because she played hard and she played physical. And that was more physical. It's more physical now than it was back when we played. So the fact that she was as physical as what she was very different. Now, when we would go and play the Peoria schools, and then when we got up to Chicago, they all played that physical, but we didn't at that time. But I'm going to tell you what, Coach Fultz would give us that they better not score again, which is the same thing that I carried over when I coached and said, if they hit another 3, we're going to have an 8 and 2 for every 3 they hit. And I'm going to tell you what, they didn't get many 3s off at that point.
There was a time over at the Pekin Holiday Tournament, Shelley Tunson of Lanphier hit I don't know how many shots in a row against Lincoln. And I don't know exactly what Coach Wallace said to Verderber, but the next time Tunson went up for a shot, Verderber got a foul, and it was almost like he just jumped on him. And I don't think Tunson hit another shot the rest of the game. And it's like, okay, well, you can send a 6'6", 200-pound kid out there to crush somebody. Yeah, I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm just letting you know we're not letting you get that easy shot again.
Absolutely. And the difference, again, from what you said in us, we didn't have a three-point line.
No.
And it wasn't known until we ran up against Sass Spencer from Clinton. We never saw anybody that would shoot from that far out. And so you didn't have it. We packed it in. You didn't have to play out because it just wasn't known. I was an outside shooter. I was, and I put some up that was uncharacteristic, but that's what we did. And so that's the difference in the game today.
It is a huge difference in the game, and I can remember, Coach Wallace used to say anything outside of about 15 feet was about a 30-footer to him. I can remember being in practice one day, and I was standing out probably a little beyond the 3-point. He told us, go stand where you would normally be. And I was probably out past the 3-point line. I was standing behind him, and he's giving instructions to everybody. He turned around, he looked at me, and said, oh, no. You're not out that far. And he drugged me down to the elbow of the free throw line, and it's like, hey, wait a minute. I'm out here. They can't get me. They're not going to come out and get me out here. I got a clear shot.
Absolutely. I remember Chuck. Obviously he was a good inside player, but we have the teams that would stall against us. Then we would pull Chuck out, and Chuck would hit that long shot.
Yeah.
Because Chuck could hit from anywhere.
Well, that was the way they came back against Mattoon down at the Armory in that sectional game they got down in the first half. He moved Chuck out to the wing, and I don't know how many shots Chuck hit off the left wing. A couple of nice 20-foot bank shots he was good at, and hit those outside shots, and that really was not his game. His game was inside. But I often wonder, too, some of the guys some of the people that we saw play, guys and gals, yourself included, how many more points would they have scored with a 3-point line?
Absolutely.
Because Bobby Verderber and I were talking about that. We were talking names, and he brought up Bobby Guy out of Beeson. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, how many more points would Bobby Guy out of Beeson had with a 3-point line? Same for Swingle. How many points would he have had?
Absolutely.
We're getting ready to start the second half as we took a trip down memory lane for you, folks. Lincoln down 30-27. Not playing too bad tonight here in the first half. Dug themselves a little bit of a hole and started to dig out of it. SHG has the ball to start the second half. They go to Fleischle, left side in front of their bench. Out front, Hasselbrock. Hasselbrock, long. Gray. They post Murphy inside. She works the lane. SHG working it around. I wonder if they're going to look to Murphy. They're going to look inside. Nope, back out front. SHG being patient. Hasselbrock.
Matching up a little bit more now, I think. And that's going to make it more difficult to get those threes.
Holmes. Hasselbrock. They may have confused SHG a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
We did not see them work the ball this much in the first half.
No.
Maybe Dave Andrews told them they needed to.
That's right.
Long.
It's all about the adjustments at halftime, and it looks like Coach Rohr has made some.
Gray, a three out of the corner, didn't get it. Schneider for the rebound, up, no good. Clark's going to get called for the foul. She did hit her. It was kind of a cheap foul inside on a rebound. She's trying to stop Murphy from going back up.
Yeah, and the Lady Raiders had position there. Murphy's just that much taller than some of our players. Unfortunately, we know in that 1-2-2, you're going to have your shorter players down there on that weak side. It's difficult to rebound.
Mia Clark with the foul, her first, team's first of the second half. And Sophie Murphy, nice touch there, nails nothing but the bottom of the net.
She's 3 for 3 from the line.
Murphy, second one up, no good, and Big Mac hauls it down. So the deficit is 4 for Lincoln as Schneider brings the ball up the floor. Schneider across the timeline, kicks it to Clark. Clark out front at the center circle, around the high ball screen. Step back, shot up, banked it home. Well, the bank is open on a Friday night.
Take that.
Yep. And the deficit is 2. Mia Clark has 8. 31-29, the SHG lead. And there's the trap right there. There's the trap. And, oh my, no.
I don't like that call.
No.
I do not like that call. 3 Lady Railers with the good defense. Should have been a jump ball called before they called the foul.
Foul on Lily Holmes. That is her second. And the team's second of quarter number 2. And Taylor Rohrer is still jawing at the official that made that call. Got to agree with you there, Coach. That should have been a jump ball call. They go inside Murphy. Murphy, the kick out. Left side, they go Hasselbrock. Hasselbrock against the defense. Dribbling. 5-second count was on. Long out front. Gray in the corner.
I'd like to see our hands up. You talked about making it more difficult to pass, and our hands are down at our waist, and they're just passing anywhere they want.
Long 3 out front, back to the iron. Schneider up the court. Schneider in a little bit of trouble. Dribbles through SHG's players. Lob pass to Knapp. Knapp inside, up, got a foul from behind and no call. And the ball knocked out on the baseline and will remain Lincoln basketball.
What a great look there by Grace Schneider to find Knapp under the basket that far away. And a perfect pass.
They go out front, Clark. Mia with Murphy on her. Gets it to Schneider. Knapp posting up inside on Gray. Schneider falls down with a basketball and has it stripped away. And they're going to get Lily Holmes for foul number 3. CC Adams going to come back in the basketball game for Lily.
Again, unfortunately, that time Schneider turned with her back and to the basket and got in trouble there.
Well, I think I just heard Corey Farmer say, quit playing with your hands
exactly,
down.
Yes. Agreed. They're just not making it difficult.
Murphy, long, out front Hasselbrock. They post Gray at the high post. Hasselbrock, 18-footer, nope. And Knapp the rebound, gets it to McLeod. McLeod to Adams.
It was a tough shot there for Hasselbrock. She's a very confident player. Does a good job for
Adams,
SHG.
Corner Clark. Mia going to drive in, kick to Schneider. Schneider down the lane. Knapp, McLeod, left wing 3. Nice ball fake. Back out front, Clark. Long 3 is a yes! Be there, baby! And Lincoln has the lead. 32-31 on Collision Concepts 3 by Mia Clark.
That was great offense by Lincoln. The passes, the ball fakes, the dribble draw. And then finding Clark for the easy bucket.
That's one thing I think, Coach, a lot of kids don't use enough is that ball fake.
Oh, absolutely.
And a shot missed by SHG. Adams with the rebound. CC trying to dribble against 2 players. Got to be somebody open, but she's going to dribble it across the timeline and lose it out of bounds. Fortunately, off of SHG.
Again, that's just a lot of dribbling that we're using there. We've got to have a player back behind the ball for that quick back pass, and then you'll dribble it up the floor.
In the corner, Clark. Nice lob pass to Mack. Mack inside, tries to kick it back out. Ball tapped Adams. They go in the corner to Clark. Clark back out front, McLeod. Clark in the corner. Oh, fake the 3, goes around the screen. Ball knocked away. That should have been a foul. Adams the other way. This will be a foul. I could see that one coming.
Yes.
She stopped the fast break and committed the foul.
There's a lot of missed calls. There always is, but there's a lot that I think they're not calling that are easily seen to be fouls.
Hasselbrock first one up and got it. She'll tie the game at 32. 4:11 to go here in the third.
She has great form. Has that elbow underneath. Just has a super shot from the 3 and here.
Second one, Isaac. Nice little rainbow up there and got the shooter's touch as it rolls home. Got to talk to Coach Allen. Apparently they softened the rims here.
Yeah.
Tighten them things up.
That's right.
Adams will get it to Clark. Lincoln sets up in a 1-4, and now they go into motion. Right wing Schneider. Schneider goes into Clark to Cutter. Clark fouled, no call, and they finally do call a foul.
Finally. And that one I'm not sure was as obvious as some of the others.
No.
We'll certainly take it.
Nora Long with the foul.
Lincoln needed to be careful. They were running a little set play, but I'm not sure the pass was open. We got away with it. We have to make sure that it's really there.
In the corner, nice ball fake by McLeod. Mace nothing there. Looking now, she's in trouble. Throws the ball up in the air to Knapp. Big Mac goes and gets it. Mack to Schneider, and she got fouled.
I'm telling you, that's just effort that you can't teach. That ball was easily to SHG, and Knapp never gave up on it. That was just tremendous.
And the foul on Allie Fleischle is, they have her for 1, I have her for 2, so we'll go with what the scoreboard says. And the ball was thrown away. And CC Adams picks up a foul, trying to get it back. Again, Coach, we talked about empty possessions. You had a possession there where had the passing been better.
Absolutely. Well, we picked the ball up in the corner, and you know that is a no-no.
And now you put them in the super bonus with 3:37 to go here in the third quarter. Up and good. And SHG now leads by 2, 34-32.
Hasselbrock 3 for 3 from the line here. She's got 12 points on the night. She's definitely their leading scorer.
Izzy Isaac, second one up, and no, rolled around and out, ball tapped up there. Mia Clark comes out of there with it. Mia, the left-handed dribble. Here comes Murphy, bumps into her, and another attempt at a floater pass over the top. Hasselbrock traveled with a basketball with a Euro step, throws it up and in, and it's 36-32.
Yeah, it's just not giving the defense respect, trying to pass it right through their hands. Again, even a ball fake would have led to that, being able to get through.
Clark, left side three, Knapp the rebound. Mack has it stripped away.
So we talked about putting the ball down, and she did put it down, but she put it down with one hand. If she would use a two-hand power dribble there, they wouldn't take that ball away from her.
SHG with a chance to extend the lead. Looks like they try and spread the floor a little bit. They get it to Murphy. Gray. SHG throws the lob pass into Murphy, overthrew it, and McLeod comes out with a basketball.
Good defense by the Lady Railers there.
Lincoln could use a good possession with good offensive execution this time and a bucket. Schneider will set the offense up. Schneider, Knapp, left side. They go inside Clark.
That pass really wasn't there.
No. Out front McLeod. Mesa drives. Schneider. Grace to Mia. Mia goes inside to Knapp. Big Mac brought it down. Big Mac got hacked. And finally the official makes the call.
Good job there by Knapp not to lose her patience, and did a good job of protecting the ball and holding it strong there.
They're calling that on the floor. The foul was on Nora Long, her second, and SHG's third of quarter number 3. Again, Griffin up 2, 36-32. They look inside to Holmes. Lilly puts the ball on the floor, has it blocked away. And a jump ball called. Good hustle by Grace Schneider, but it's going to go, I believe, no, it goes Lincoln's way. Officials in front of the scoring table.
I liked what Holmes did there with the ball. I liked that she did a little pump fake and tried to go back up with it. I'm okay with that.
Looking to get it inbounds. They do. Up and no good. Lilly gets it back. Lilly tries to go up again, and the foul called. Well, there's effort right there.
Absolutely.
Lilly going to go to the line with 2. Lincoln down 4. And let's see who the call is on. It is on Nora Long, and I believe that will be her third.
And again, I haven't seen him play, but I really am impressed with Holmes as well. She plays hard, plays aggressive.
Lilly misses the first of 2 free throws, but perhaps more importantly, now Lincoln is in the super bonus going the rest of the way in this quarter. Long comes out of the basketball game.
She's an important player for SHG,
yes.
So see if Lincoln can take advantage of that with her on the bench.
Holmes, second one up and good. It's a 3-point lead for SHG with 2:07 to go here in the third.
I'd like to see a turnover here. That'd be helpful. If we can get a turnover and a bucket.
They get it ahead to Fleischle. Fleischle, 15-footer up, no good. Rebound went to McElroy. McElroy throws it out, and getting the shot was number 12, Elise Mantell. And that was a 3-pointer. 39-33, the SHG lead.
It was unfortunate. They had the air ball, and Lincoln had a handle on it, just couldn't hold it.
Holmes drives in. Knapp, 15-footer off the right baseline. Good. Big Mac, give her 14 tonight. Stolen away by Lincoln. Here comes Emma Hutchinson the other way. Emma kicks it to Mesa McLeod. Mesa, 3-pointer, no good. Rebound, nobody but SHG under the bucket. Sophie Murphy went down, slow in getting up, but she comes the other way. Mantell, who just stepped in and hit a 3, takes another long bomb 3. No good. Ball on the floor. Fleischle and Schneider go for it. And Fleischle called for out of bounds, but I thought Grace might have pushed her out.
I think she might have. You know, it is hard to get those rebounds. Lincoln was in and had good blockouts, but when you miss a 3, it's going to rebound out further than what you expect, and sometimes those always go to the offensive player.
39-35, 1:07 to go here in the third. Schneider dribbles up against Hasselbrock. Schneider crossover dribble between the circles, kicks it out to Holmes. Holmes, nice spin move in the lane, kick back, and that trying to go over the top with the pass, and the jump ball call will go to SHG. Doggone it.
I'd like to see some screens on the ball. See if we can get some screens on the ball and maybe some give and goes.
And if you heard Corey Farmer in the background, he just said you can't throw over the top.
Yep.
Oh, nice steal by Knapp. Holy cow. Came from the back up to get that pass. SHG gets it back and gets it across the timeline. Will they go for the last shot of the quarter? It sure looks like they may be tempted to. 35 seconds to go here in the third. Hutchinson steps up to defense. And now Lincoln's going to get the pressure out there. Got to watch Murphy inside. Gray. Out front Mantell. They go with Hasselbrock. Hasselbrock, Murphy. Back out front Mantell.
Oh, that's a double dribble.
That is a double dribble. No call. They go to Murphy. Murphy, McElroy.
Good defense by Lincoln. Hang on, ladies.
Under 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6. Mantell around the Murphy screen. Throws it to Flight. Up, no good. And missing that shot was Izzy Hasselbrock. And at the end of 3, it is SHG 39, Lincoln 35. Let's send it back for a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to WLCN 96.3 FM.
Are you sick and tired of the telephone calls, text messages, and ads in the mail for Medicare open enrollment? Medicare open enrollment begins October 15th and ends December 7th. Changes made during this time will go into effect January 1, 2025. Feel free to call me, local Medicare agent Dara Entwistle, and set an appointment to go over 2025 changes and plans. My office is in downtown Lincoln, or I can meet with you at your home if you like. Again, call me, Dara Entwistle, your local Medicare agent and your friend in health insurance, 217-651-8046.
Jay Harden, Jan Bowers back here to bring a quarter number 4. Lincoln will have the ball to start quarter number 4, down 4, 39-35. Jan, kind of the same refrain we've seen in some of these games. SHG hits a lot of threes, builds the lead in the first half. Lincoln has some untimely turnovers, especially in the passing area, trying to throw over the top of people instead of using the bounce pass or step through the traps.
Yes, and we had the lead. We actually we got up in that game and have caused some key turnovers, just couldn't finish, but yes, the turnovers.
Clark, a nice spin move in the lane. She gets the bucket, give me a 13, and it's 39-37. Long pass against the 1-2-2. Worked out that time for SHG as Mantell got it. Now she kicks it back out front to McElroy. McElroy to Mantell. Left side in front of their bench. They go inside Gray. Out front Hasselbrock. Ball fake. Thought she was going to shoot it. Mantell with a bomb 3 again. Up no good. And Lincoln tries to chase it down, and SHG out-hustles them for the basketball. McElroy inside Murphy. 10-foot turnaround. Is it going to roll home? No, it rolled off the iron. And here comes Lily Holmes the other way.
I like having her shoot from that free throw line because then they have no size underneath the basket. We had 3 Lady Railers there for an easy rebound.
Holmes drove in the kick to Adams. Clark going to drive in again. Clark got hammered on the arm and it didn't go down. Ooh, almost a old-fashioned three-point opportunity there. Let's see who that foul is on. And the foul is on number 12, Elise Mantell, her first, team's first of the fourth quarter. And the 5'9" junior, Mia Clark, the team's leading scorer, goes to the free throw line with 2. Up and no good.
And Mia was actually in a little trouble off that dribble, and SHG kind of bailed her out, but she never gave up on it and took it up strong.
Substitutions for SHG. Layden Tamblin, I believe, in the basketball game. Second one for Clark. Up and good. Got the second of 2. And Lincoln extends the press a little bit here. Adams. And they use the press breaker and get it across. Murphy across the timeline. Goes to Tamblin. They go back out front, Hasselbrock. Hasselbrock, McElroy, Mantell. Back out front, Hasselbrock. The ball nearly stolen away. Hasselbrock, Mantell. Mantell just going to load up and throw up another bomb 3. It almost went in. And Clark with the rebound. And I'm not sure that's a shot that Dave Andrews wanted. Clark goes in the corner. McLeod drives baseline up against everybody. Couldn't get it down. And I believe Mesa may have tapped it out of bounds. She did.
Going to go back down to this defensive play down here for Lincoln. 3 great blockouts by the Lady Railers.
Alyssa Mantell shot that ball from about the volleyball line, and it's like, you got a tenuous lead, and I'm not sure that's a shot you want out of your offense.
And I think that's a little panic.
Oh, nearly a travel there. Clark nearly steals it away, and it is stolen away. Knapp picks it up.
Big possession here for the Lady Railers. See if we can take the lead.
Holmes in front of the Lincoln bench. Back out front, Adams. Lincoln sets up 1-4. Now they go motion screening. They get it to Clark. Looking for the cutter. Had Holmes as the cutter under the bucket. Back out front, Adams. Adams going to drive in. Tries to draw the foul. Got contact. No call. And now she'll reset. Adams. Holmes. Lily going to drive it in. Goes down the lane. Layup.
Move.
Yes!
Great move.
40-39, the Lincoln lead, and the Lincoln crowd comes to life.
Great move and great ball control.
Adams stolen away. Holmes again. Nice bounce pass. Adams, and stolen by Hasselbrock. Here they come the other way, and a foul in the backcourt.
I'm okay with that foul. We're putting a lot of pressure on SHG right now, and even though we fouled, SHG's feeling it, and Coach Andrews recognizes that and calling a timeout.
Well, I thought that foul was on C.C. Adams. It actually was on Mason McLeod. It was actually on C.C. Adams, and it's a good thing because that would have been Lily Holmes' fourth foul.
Yes.
And it's only 3 now on Sienna Adams. How about some of our fine sponsors? State Farm Insurance Agent Brian Clark, located at 628 North Chicago in Lincoln. He can steer you in the right direction on auto, home, life, and health insurance. Call 217-732-6211. Complete Lawn Care, offering year-round lawn service for all your outdoor needs, including lawn care, gutter cleaning, and snow removal. You know, nothing against Complete Lawn Care, but I hope we don't have the need for much snow removal this year.
That's exactly right.
Right, 217-732-9734.
Turnover is going to make the difference here. Whatever team can control the ball and get good shots off, I think is going to pull away with the win.
You know, you kind of hate that. You got him to cough the ball up, and then you cough it right back up.
Exactly. We had that happen 3 times down there.
SHG working the ball outside. Passing around the perimeter. Fleischle out front. Long. Hasselbrock. Long. Back to Hasselbrock. Murphy free throw line. Murphy back out front, Hasselbrock to Long. Fleischle, long 3, left side, up, no good. Rebound, nice screen out by Knapp. Ball fell on the floor. Lily Holmes comes out of there with it. Lily is now going to get in trouble. Here come, get rid of the basketball. You've got numbers because you're being double teamed. Gets it to Mia Clark. Clark to Holmes. Holmes, the pass off to Adams. Nice little weave. Adams, 10-footer in the lane. Got hacked, no call. What a shot by McKinley Knapp! Oh, my, a reverse layup by McKinley Knapp off of a rebound.
That's awesome. I'm very impressed with McKinley.
Lincoln tried to trap him out front, and the ball thrown in the corner to Tamlin. She nearly traveled the basketball. Gets it out front to Hasselbrock. Lincoln up 42-39. Another barn burner at Roy S. Murphy in the lane. Hasselbrock going to drive, step back 15-footer up, no good, and Tamlin gets the rebound. Lincoln does a nice job of sealing out, but then the ball goes to the floor on the rebound.
Yes.
And Lincoln going to tie him up inside. What's the call?
Oh,
he
called that from across the floor.
No.
You got to be kidding me.
Well, let's see who that one's on. It may be on Big Mac.
Yes, it was.
Yep, that is her second. So not as much foul trouble yet as we had the other night. 3:54 to go in a basketball game. Lincoln up 3. SHG the ball. Long. Out front Hasselbrock. Lincoln guarding the perimeter fairly well right now. Tamlin in the corner. Back out front. They go inside Hasselbrock. Down the lane. Long throws up a wild shot. Tamlin picks up an air ball and lays it up and in.
That's unfortunate. It was good defense by Lincoln, and they got a break there.
42-41, the Lincoln lead. Adams dribbles against Hasselbrock into the front court.
Again, nobody back helping her on that. That you have to have somebody back with that ball handler.
McLeod in the corner. Adams, nice fake by Cece. Drives in, throws up a wild shot, and drew the foul against Tamlin.
Got several Lady Railers that recognize the baseline drive, and I think that's a great move. So good job there by Adams to recognize that.
42-41, the Lincoln lead. 3:14 to go here in the basketball game. And Izzy Hasselbrock picks up, miraculously, as much as she's played, her first foul of the evening. Adams up and no good. And your free throws are going to make a difference.
They are.
Adams will have another one. Second one up and got it. 43-41, 3:14 to go in the basketball game. SHG in the backcourt. They get it to Long. Long, Hasselbrock. Hasselbrock brings it up the floor. They went for the trap, and the SHG wisely got rid of the ball before the trap. Long out front. Long, Hasselbrock. Hasselbrock, Long. Are you surprised they're not trying to go down low into Murphy?
Well, I am. And this, in high school basketball, that spread out is actually more detrimental than it is helpful. It will slow them down. They were better when they were playing in at the three-point line, but they're moving it out, and that's hurt them.
I have long had a theory that even boys can't hold the ball for more than about a minute.
I agree.
If you keep them from continuing to attack, I think you break rhythm.
Yes.
Shot up by Fleischle, no good. It's an air ball, and Long try. She did save it. Ball out of bounds. And, no, she can't come back into bounds like that. No.
First of all, she was out of bounds when she saved it.
Up, and Fleischle throws a shot up and in.
Unfortunate. That should have been Lady Railer ball.
McLeod gets it into Holmes. Lincoln down 1, 2:23 to go. Lilly quickly up the floor, across the timeline. Lincoln spreads the floor a little bit. Holmes traveled with the basketball, no call. We got away with one there. Ball on the floor. It should be a jump ball, and it'll stay Lincoln basketball. And boy, did Lincoln get a break there.
We did. The Lady Railers do a lot of spin reverses, and that just doesn't work anymore. The defense is too good at recognizing that, and running and jumping. They've got to use a behind the back or a through the legs, but you've got to continue to face the basket.
Holmes in the corner, out front, Mia Clark. Clark. Out front, Adams. Adams, left side, McLeod. Mesa to Cece. Cece drives in, gets it to Mia. Mia, left-handed dribble against Murphy. McLeod, three on the way up, no good. Ball up, and SHG comes down with it. Minute 53 to go. Lincoln's got a lot of fouls to give to get them to the free throw line. Need a turnover here. Minute 44 to go. SHG up 1. They go inside to Murphy. Murphy's not even looking to shoot it. Hasselbrock. Hasselbrock step back. Murphy. Murphy 18-footer up. No good. Rebound Lincoln. Here comes Adams quickly the other way. She's going to push it. Cece holds up. They go into Knapp. McKinley. Nice kick out in the corner. Holmes. Nice drive baseline up. No good, but got fouled.
I thought she had the three, had an open look, but she knows her game. That was a great drive and drawing the foul. And we got to hit our free throws.
Tamblin, the foul, that is her second, the third team foul on SHG. And Lily Holmes, the 5'7" junior. Easter Lily goes to the free throw line. First one up and got it. And that'll tie the ball game at 44. Gigi Gray back in for SHG. Tamblin going to take a seat. Starters on the floor for both teams except for Grace Schneider. Second one by Holmes, up and got them both, and puts Lincoln up 45-44.
Two big free throws there.
SHG in the backcourt, and Lincoln. See the intensity on defense. Holmes, Adams in the backcourt. They're wanting the trap there at the center court.
Close to 10.
And looking for the 10-second call, and nobody got it. They go inside Murphy. Ball on the floor. Ball on the floor. What's the call here?
My goodness.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
no.
Same official.
Mia Clark gets called on the foul.
Have to disagree there also. He has a better look than I do, I guess.
They go in the corner Long. Inside they go. Gray. Back out front Hasselbrock. Fleischle. She can hit it. Up and no good. Ball on the floor. Knocked out of bounds. It is SHG ball.
I thought that was off of Murphy's leg. Where's that replay when we need it? I'm not sure the ref was in position to see that. We had a little better view.
Long Murphy. Out front Hasselbrock. Hasselbrock way out front now. They go to Long, left wing. Gray, Hasselbrock. Hasselbrock, Long. Gray in front of the SHG bench. 45-44 the Lincoln lead. 38 seconds to go in the basketball game. SHG looks like they're going to try and play for that last shot. You're on the road trying to go for the win. Fleischle, Long, Lincoln crowd making some noise.
Hands up. We need our hands up.
Fleischle and a timeout taken by Dave Andrews. Let's go ahead and keep it right here. It is a full timeout. Tell you about a couple of our sponsors real quick. Dara Entwistle, your independent health insurance agent, advocating for you, your family, and your company, located at 101.5 South Kickapoo Street, Suite 6 in Lincoln. Call 217-651-8046. Heartland Bank and Trust Company gives you choices with personal or business checking accounts that fit you. Good people, great account choices. Heartland Bank, member FDIC. Jan, there are times, and you don't want to belabor the point, but there are times I see some of the things that go on, and I just sit and shake my head and think, okay, what game are you watching? Because I'm watching a different one than the one you're seeing.
Yes, I would agree. And the calls are being made from the opposite side of the floor, not from the official that is closest to it. But I'll tell you, the difference for SHG again is they're not on the attack. They are playing so far from the basket, which is pulling Murphy so far from the basket. And the Lady Railers doing a good job. When Murphy's getting the ball now, they're not double and triple teaming her. They're actually closing out on the perimeter players, and then Murphy has nothing to do with it. That's great defense and a great adjustment by the coaching staff of the Lincoln Lady Railers.
And Lincoln certainly has had more than their fair share of chances during this basketball game. So just going to have to suck it up and play defense here for the last 20 seconds. 18.6 on the clock. SHG working the perimeter out front. There goes Murphy to the free throw line. Got to watch the cutter of the basket. Now Murphy will go down and post low.
No foul, no
Clark
foul, no
tried
foul.
to steal the ball, and she committed the foul.
There was no reason to try to steal that. Murphy wasn't going to do a thing with that ball there.
Honestly, you really don't want to let her catch the ball in the post, but if she catches the free throw line, Jan, she's not going to do anything with it.
Not one-on-one against Mia, she's not, no.
So we have a timeout on the floor. The foul was on Mia Clark. That is her third. We're going to go ahead and keep it right here for now. Both teams in front of their respective benches will set it for you. 45-44, the Lincoln lead, 6.6 seconds left on the clock. You certainly don't want to foul now. But you want to guard the perimeter here and not give them an easy drive to the bucket either.
Exactly. Are they giving the ball on the baseline? That foul was up at the free throw line.
Let's see here. The officials got it on the baseline.
There's no way the ball should be there. And that would hurt the Lady Railers, as that gives a chance to get that ball a lob into Murphy. I don't understand that. The foul was at the free throw line.
Not only that, if you are trying to stop Murphy inside, you may have to collapse more than one player on her. And that's going to leave somebody open on the perimeter.
Absolutely. Well, it's going to come down to the block out, but they're going to get a shot off, and then it's going to matter of who gets that rebound.
The other thing is, Coach, you got to watch the person, because we saw this happen in one game previously. Got to watch the person taking the ball out of bounds, because you don't want them to get it back and get a clear shot.
Exactly. Which right now you can see I would throw it right off of Clark's back, and she would have an easy shot. Look at that.
Here we go.
Yes.
They throw it in. Adams knocks it out of bounds.
Right.
5.6 seconds. They tried to get Fleischle inside.
And the impressive thing there is Adams went for it with the correct hand. If she had gone for the opposite hand, it would have been a foul. Good job there by Adams.
So here we go again. They go out front. Oh, almost a foul. They throw up a shot. Gray, no good. Lincoln rebounds the basketball. Clark in the corner, and Lincoln wins it 45-44. Wow.
What a great defensive stand there by Lincoln to close that out at the end. Not just the last play, but the last, what they have it for 40 seconds?
Yes.
And Lincoln to get a good job, and good job by Mia to come away with that ball.
So Lincoln wins it, their second win of the year, their first conference win. SHG is going to drop to 1-6, 1-1 in the conference. Lincoln wins at 45-44. We're going to send it back to the studio for a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, Jan and I will have the Grau Incorporated post-game show. You're listening to Lady Railer Basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Hello, Lincoln and Logan County. This is Chris Grau from Grau Chevrolet Buick in Lincoln. When it comes time to choose someone to repair your car, truck, or SUV, don't you think you'd feel more comfortable working with the local people you know and trust? Our team in service, parts, and detail have the tools, training, and knowledge that will get your repairs done quickly, with less downtime, and at the right price. Call the local pros at 217-735-4444 at Grau Chevrolet Buick on North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln.
back here at a very happy Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. And, folks, I told Connor and Jan while we were off air, I'm going to need nitro pills by the Christmas tournament if we keep having games like this. Like the winning, but that last-minute excitement, whoa, that's kind of hard on my heart at my age.
Well, the Lady Railers really stepped up the defense here in the second half, not only on the full-court press, but on the half-court defense. They extended out the defense, and that really threw SHG. They were not able to get those three-point shots. They had some attempts, but they weren't able to hit them because they were not nearly as open and clean looks as what they had. They really shut down Murphy, and in fact, she never went back down underneath the basket. She stayed at the free throw line. She had to because the defense was extended so far. We got some timely rebounds and again, some steals. Even though we turned it back over, we had some timely steals and some great baskets and hit a couple big free throws at the end to hold on to that lead.
We haven't talked about it, but the junior varsity lost tonight 35-25. And again, 6 freshman players on the junior varsity. They stand right now, I was thinking, are they 2-2 right now? No, maybe they're 2-3 right now. But with 6 freshmen, they won their opening game. You're looking at a team that we know, a JV team, is probably going to have its ups and downs, having 6 freshmen, getting a lot of the playing time on that basketball team. But Corey Farmer doing a nice job with the JV team to have them hovering right around the 500 mark at this point in the year.
And when I walked in the game, it was a 2-point game.
Right.
And unfortunately, SHG ran off some points there at the end, and then we were trying to play catch up, and that's sometimes hard to do. But they were in that game. They were in the game for all the way into the fourth quarter.
So Lincoln tonight was down 15-7 at the end of the first quarter and down 10 points during the second quarter. They came back to only a 3-point deficit at half, 30-27. They were down 4 at the end of 3, 39-35. Only gave up 5 points to SHG in the fourth quarter and outscored them 10-5 and ended up winning the ball game 45-44. So really, again, tonight, it was really defense in the second half to kind of lock things down and keep SHG. I don't think they certainly didn't have as many threes in the second half as they did in the first half.
No, not at all. They did have, they only had 2 in the second half.
And 6 in the first half, so they ended up with 8 for the game, but that's a lot better second half. Lincoln was able to cause some turnovers and take advantage of some of those turnovers and turn it into offense. They got some timely buckets. Ran their offense, I thought, in the second half a little bit better than they did in the first half with some cuts and some drives and some good passes and a lot of hustle out there. McKinley Knapp was fighting in there for rebounds. Lily Holmes followed her shot, got some rebounds. Cece Adams is in there fighting. Mia Clark's able to get some shots to fall in the second half. I thought the ladies did an excellent job tonight in the second half to bring themselves back and win this basketball game.
Exactly. And again, it's always the adjustments that are made at halftime, and I think the coaching staff did a good job. They made some changes on the defense that sparked the Lady Railers, and once you feel that and you feel confident, then you can see us really become more aggressive defensively and get some of those steals. And again, offensively, I agree with you. We moved the ball around. We took timely drives and created opportunities to get to the foul line and open up some players, several players that I was very impressed with that stepped up tonight and made some things happen offensively and defensively. So a great job by the Lady Railers, a great job by the coaching staff, and what a great win for Lincoln.
So Lincoln goes to 2-3, 1-1 in conference. Jan, what do you have for scoring for the fans at home?
All right,
and those in their cars?
Yes, let's start off with SHG. They were led by Izzy Hasselbrock with 14 points. She had 9 in the first half and held to only 5 there in the second half, so that was a great job by Lincoln. You could tell she wanted the shot at the end of the game, and Lincoln was all over her. They knew that she was not the player that they wanted to shoot, so that was a great job by Lincoln. Sophie Murphy contributed 7 points. That's the 6'1" player. And then we had Allie Fleischle contribute 6 points on 2 threes. We had Adeline McElroy with 5, Alyssa Mantell with 3, and Nora Long with 5. Gigi Gray contributed 4, and then a bucket for Lily Tamblin for 2 points to round out the scoring for SHG and 44 points. And then for Lincoln, we were led by McKinley Knapp, who had 16 points, had some free throws, had the buckets, and did more than just score. So much more. And what some great shots she had underneath the basket, the reverse layup, and she had another one here in the first half that I just thought was phenomenal. So a great job by McKinley tonight. Mia Clark contributed 14, a slow start, but she came on, and Lincoln relies on her not only to hit the shots, but to create opportunities for others to get shots as well.
And you know this from when you played. If you're a shooter and the shots aren't falling, the coaches still want want you to shoot the basketball.
Absolutely.
Because they know that eventually you're going to get it back. Whatever your rhythm, whatever's going wrong, you're going to get that back and start knocking shots. That's why they have you on the floor in the first place.
Good shooters will find a way to score.
Yes.
They'll find a way to and Mita did it in several ways. She didn't just do it from the three. She did it on driving. She really just had a good game offensively. We had 9 points from Lily Holmes, and she hit those 2 free throws to put us in the lead there at the end. So great job by Lily on that drive to the basket and drawing the foul. We had 2 points from Grace Schneider, who only scoring 2, but she did so much more for the Lady Railers, both offensively and defensively. We had Mason McLeod contribute 3. She hit a 3-pointer for us. And then we had Sienna Adams, who hit a free throw for 1 point, and that rounded out our scoring at 45 points. So, again, a lot of scores here for the Lincoln Lady Railers, and just a super game from them, and that's got to give them some confidence to come away with the win here tonight.
So a little home cooking this week gives them a couple of victories. The Lady Railers move to 2-3 and 1-1 in Central State 8, and they'll have several days off before they'll have to go on a tough road trip to play a good team from Metamora up at Metamora on December the 11th. The next boys game, ironically, is tomorrow night down at the Bank of Springfield Center. We understand that the Christmas parade is going on at the same time down there at 5:30, so parking may be at a premium around the Bank of Springfield Center, especially there at the old Horace Mann building. So just to give you that heads up, but Lincoln will be playing on that big floor tomorrow night in the Capital City Central State 8 showcase, and we will be on the air with that game. It'll be Kirby, Connick, and Kirby tomorrow night that will be bringing that action. But we'll be back in action up at Metamora, and we have a surprise color person for Wednesday night up at Metamora. And I don't want to say we're scraping the bottom of the barrel. I think it is the bottom of the barrel. So it'll be an interesting broadcast from Metamora next Wednesday night. So McKinley Knapp leads it with 16 tonight, and Mia Clark scores 14. You know, you talk about McKinley Knapp, and I've talked with Taylor about this. She's a great kid. She likes the contact. She likes the physical play. Most girls don't. Although I can think back to your days, I kind of think Pam Richard and Barbara Derber liked it.
Yes.
Liked it in there. They liked mixing it up.
Well, you can't tell me Barbara Derber didn't have a lot of physical contact when she was playing against the boys on Verderber court there. So it was nothing to Barb.
I have no doubt that she bounced off the siding of the garage next to Rebel Memorial Court many times when she was playing against her brothers and other people that played up there. But Big Mac likes the contact, and we talked about this the other night with Taylor, is that sometimes there will be too much contact going on, and she ends up getting caught and getting herself in foul trouble. There was a lot of physical play between her and Sophie Murphy in the paint tonight, but the officials kind of let it go tonight, and I don't think that was necessarily a bad thing. It was on both of them, and I don't think it gave one of them an advantage over the other. It was just two kids playing hard inside.
Exactly. Body contact is part of the game. Hacking fouls, that's different, but body contact, again, both players, neither one of them showed any signs that they were upset about it. There was, you just play and you play through that, and that's the way the game is. It's physical now.
Well, and I've always thought, hey, body contact when you're trying to get position inside is one thing. Hacking shooters on the shot isn't. You got to, if you're the official, the shooter really needs. You can't have hacking when they're going up for shooting, and you can't have these flagrant fouls going on inside. But if you've got two people in there and they're just kind of bumping each other, trying to get position. If it's not a fist fight inside, let it go. Don't let it become a fist fight inside, but let it go. And most of the time, the two players aren't walking away mad.
No, not at all. Back in the days when I played and when I coached, they wouldn't even let you block out.
No.
The defensive player, you got confident, and I would go to the officials before the game and say, look, my players are going to block out. I'm trying to prepare them to play college basketball. You've got to let them do that. And now there's no problem with that. And I love that. That's part of the game.
It is amazing to me how much, and we know how much more physical the boys' game is from what it was when I was in high school. Yeah, there was some physical play, but not like it is now. But the girls' game has become much more physical than what it used to be.
Absolutely. At the high school level on up through, I don't know how many people watch the WNBA, but I cannot tell you how impressed I am with the play at the WNBA level. The game has evolved into, and men enjoy watching it now because it's so fundamental and now so physical. And I'm happy to see it, and it's trickled down, I think, into the high school and even into the grade schools.
I have thought and told people this, and somebody did the color for us. Craig Harbaugh is a friend of mine, former college coach at Truman State, and for Charlie Spoonhour down at SLU. We've had conversations about this. The fundamentals that exist in the girls' game are much more evident because the game's played below the rim.
Right.
In the guys' game, unfortunately, because of the athleticism, you don't see the fundamentals like you used to. In the girls' game, you want to go watch fundamental basketball, go watch a women's college game or go watch a girls' high school game. You'll see, in many cases, good fundamental basketball.
Absolutely. From ball handling to footwork to blockouts, every part of the game is so much more fundamental, and it's fun to watch.
Yes.
I mean, that's, you and I were brought up in the day of fundamentals.
Yes.
And I still love to see it. And that's, the biggest compliment a coach could ever have is your team is very fundamental. And, I see some great fundamentals out of the Lady Railers. I see some things they need to work on, but who doesn't?
There was not a girls' youth program that I can remember when we were growing up as kids. There was a boys' youth program. But all I can remember is they drilled you constantly on fundamentals. It was passing, it was dribbling, it was shooting, it was form, it was boxing out, it was playing defense with your feet instead of your hands. That's all it was. It was just fundamentals, fundamentals, fundamentals. Until you got maybe, then you started getting into the junior high level where there was more, more instruction is running plays, running sets. And that got even more at the high school level. But you were drilled constantly in fundamentals.
Yes.
And
yes.
You can think of the teams you played on, the girls' teams you played on, the boys' teams you watched. Fundamentally sound was a requirement. You had to be fundamentally sound to get on the court.
Yes. Back in my day, I didn't play basketball until high school. We didn't have it in junior high. We did not have it at junior high. They had it at Carroll Catholic. They had it at Chester East. We did not have it at junior high. But I was fortunate enough to be able to come and watch the guys play, the Railers, and watch. But then Coach Foltz was an extreme fundamentalist, and he really taught us well. And I so appreciate that and use that, again, as I continued on. Hi, Coach.
If you're going to sneak up on me like that again... Oh, well, because the last time, here she came, I was watching for her over there, and she came up here and snuck up the stairs. and tonight, she comes up behind us, and...
Just keeping you on your toes.
I guess so.
Just like everybody in the crouch.
If you may need to talk to trainer Matt, because if Doc Ulrich was still here, I'd be asking for some nitro pills by the Christmas tournament if you're going to keep having. I mean, I like the wins, but honestly, I preferred the 30-point running clock. It was easier on my heart.
You and me both.
Hey, that was a nice win tonight. We talked about this, a pattern going on. Get into a hole in the first half, watch another team just rain threes on you, and then dig yourself back out of that hole to win a game at the very end. But hey, it's a W.
I want to get out of that pattern.
I'm sure you do.
I just like to start right from the get-go. But we found a way to win, and that's the important thing. And when you're down 10 and you're able to find a way to win by the very end, that says something about the character of these kids. I don't like to be down 10, though. So.
No, but some of the teams we've faced so far, that you've faced so far, it's not just one person outside that can hit threes. You end up with maybe 3 and 4 outside that can hit threes. You're playing a zone, so sometimes that's hard to it's hard to defend the three-point line. But your kids were able to gut out a lot of things, and there was a lot of hustle out there on the floor tonight on the offensive and defensive end by your kids.
I think so, too. And, we've been working on our defense so much, and there were a couple really great possessions of defense, and there were a couple that were okay. But we got to get better at it. So, yes, teams tend to like to shoot really well when they play us. I don't understand. So we're really working on that. Just being able to guard a shooter, not letting people drive on us. Those are things that we're really focusing on, just kind of spending a lot of time breaking down our defense than really just kind of going live. Like, how do we move? Where do we move? Where's our help side? And I think that they're starting to understand where they're supposed to be. So
But they did a much better job in the second half of closing back out on the three-point shooters, where the first half they got caught inside dropping so much that they couldn't get back out. And,
Absolutely.
And they did a super job. So I think you guys made some really good adjustments at halftime.
Thank you.
I thought you did especially in the second half, maybe because you were down. I thought you did a better job of getting pressure on the ball, either in the backcourt or at the half-court line, that didn't let them set up and get that open three look. They had 6 in the first half, 2 in the second half. So obviously your defense did something right in the second half.
Yeah, they turned it up, in the second half. But something that I got to go back to is we have to be a full game team. And we're young and we're inexperienced. And I truly believe we will get there. I'd like to push fast forward on that. But there was more. I thought we did a better job tonight than we did on Wednesday. So baby steps. So that's positive. That's good.
I think it's a learning process all the way up through Christmas, and I think that you'll see that improvement, and then I think it'll be a little bit different. And they're gaining more confidence. I felt the second half you could see that they were much more confident in what they did, and they got a little more aggressive offensively and found ways to score and hit some big free throws at the end.
They did.
We missed some, but you hit some big ones at the end.
They did, and we kind of shifted our offense a little bit to try to look to attack more. I wanted less threes, more looks next. I wanted high percentage shots. Let's get the ball inside. Let's shoot some layups. Maybe make it to the free throw line.
I thought your girls did that, especially in the second half. I saw a lot of ball fakes, not settling for that outside shot when maybe it was there. But I'm going to give a little ball fake, or I'm going to give that fake. You come out on me, I'm blowing past you. Now I've got maybe a 10-footer, but maybe I take it onto the hole, see if I can get a layup or a foul. And I thought Lily Holmes and Sienna Adams did a lot of that in the second half.
They did, and both of them have a really quick first step. They've got great speed. They do a nice job of getting to the basket or getting inside and drawing the defense. I think that the next step is being really great at kicking it back out. And so they've got the first part down pat. So they do a great job of that. And when they're open, take it and finish it, and maybe draw a foul.
Talk a little bit about the play of McKinley Knapp tonight, because Big Mac had one heck of a basketball game. She did a great job of getting position inside. She did a great job of hustling for rebounds. In fact, the one she had down here that basically was a rebound she caught like this, puts it up for a reverse layup. That was huge.
That was huge. That was a big play. And, I think that every game she's getting a little bit better, a little bit more confident being on that varsity floor. And the one thing that I love about McKinley is even if she's not getting the basketball, she takes up a space. You have to guard her. She's not just a post that stands. She's always making contact, and that's so important because her defense can't really help off of her, because if they do, then she's going to finish. And so it's really valuable to us to have a post that's able to make contact, keep contact, and occupy that space.
Yeah, she works hard. She works hard for position, and she seals well, and she looks for the ball. And a lot of times you'll get a post player that just doesn't look for the ball, and she does. And I thought your guards did a good job of finding her on some passes that I didn't even think would get there, and they did.
There was one that I was like, no!
Yes.
And then she scored. So okay, well, that's good.
Yes.
But that was a cross-court pass, and I wasn't I was a little bit worried about it. But, so you sometimes just got to trust your kids that they can see the floor better than you from the side, and sometimes they got to trust you that you can see the floor a little bit better than they can from where they are. And so it's a little give and take.
Mia struggled a little bit with shooting in the first half, trying to get shots to go down. To her credit, she didn't stop shooting, but I noticed too that SHG was watching her. I think she's been the leading scorer. She's now your leading scorer, scored 19 and 15 in the last 2 games. Teams are going to start coming at her and keeping an eye on her, but I thought she did a really good job of not getting down, keep shooting the ball, drive to the bucket a few times, still hustling on defense, hustling for rebounds. I thought she had a really good game tonight, even though she may not have shot it well the first half.
I agree. The shot isn't always going to fall, and especially when the other team's guarding you so tight, there were a lot of times that she had the ball that they double team her, or they did that to McKinley too. And she stayed composed, and she was able to handle it, and the shot started to fall. She's a shooter. She's a good one, and sometimes you just got to warm up a little bit.
So you get some time off, got some practice time. Going to have a tough road game Wednesday night up at Metamora. That's going to be a good contest for you on the road.
That'll be a tough one, and just so you guys know, and for everybody listening, we actually play at 6 that night.
We play at 6 that night.
We play at the JV time because they've got a fall something that their varsity kids have to get to, maybe a fall band thing or play, or I don't know. Their varsity players got to get somewhere.
Doesn't matter. We got to play at 6. So
maybe 6 and 7:30. Yeah. So so we're the early game. We're the JV spot.
So is the JV then playing at 7:30?
The JV's playing after us.
Wow, that's an interesting evening. Hey. Could be a bigger crowd for the JV game than there is for the varsity game.
Yeah, so everybody's aware that is the schedule that we've received, and we're just gonna show up and play. That's our job, is to get there and play.
Thank you for telling us, because it would have been embarrassing to show up at halftime and have the varsity game going on.
This just happened like today, maybe yesterday, late afternoon. So it's recent that we got this information.
Lloyd is probably going to stroke out because he's got this great chart that he's got of the games, what time they are, where they are, who's doing them, and he had to adjust that chart because he didn't realize that the Tri-Valley game had been added to the schedule, and he got that at the last minute. So now there's another last-minute change. So
I'm sorry,
Lloyd, if you're listening out there, take it easy, man.
Control over this.
She doesn't have control over this. Take it easy, man. You'll just have to adjust your chart some more. So, hey, a great win tonight. You go to 2-3, 1-1 in a conference. Nice to get that first conference win and creep back toward that 500 mark. It looks to me like this team is really growing in confidence and their ability to do what you coaches want on the floor. Although I have to say that even with the headphones on, we could hear Coach Farmer over there a couple of times, including him saying you can't pass the ball over the top. That continues for some of the girls to be an issue of trying to pass the ball over the top of taller players. It's not working.
Yep, we're working on that. Bad habits die hard. So the goal
things
is,
they probably got away with at the JV level.
Absolutely. And even, grade school. I mean, we're talking about a team that's barely lost any games in their whole career of playing. They got into some bad habits. And so now it's time to fix those, because you can't do those things at the varsity level.
But if I had a coach on the sidelines that yelled that loud where people could hear it with headphones on, trust me, it would catch my attention very quickly.
Yeah, I think sometimes in the heat of the moment, you're just, how do I get rid of this thing? And and I think that's kind of a key thing, is don't panic. Pivot out of it, and we got to get out of panic mode, which I think will help with the Chuck.
Yes.
Well, and as Jan said, and as we've talked about, things that happened at the JV level are different here at the varsity level. And something I thought of, too, in that many of the girls' programs that you played at the JV level, if they had good underclassmen, they were playing up at the varsity level. These girls didn't have to face them, but they're facing them now.
Right.
Because of the varsity team you had, their playing time, if any, at the varsity level was going to be very, very limited.
Right.
So they had to get their learning at the JV level, and what worked there was not going to work now at the varsity level, facing those kids that have already had this head start on them.
Well, and even when they got in the varsity game, they were playing the other team's JV.
Yes.
So they really have, they're only true, in my opinion, aside from one or two of them who got a couple minutes here and there, their only true varsity minutes have been this year. I mean, and that's just the brutal honesty of it, is they are not a seasoned varsity team, and most teams we play are.
Absolutely.
Thanks for coming up and joining us on the post-game show. It's a happy Friday night in the Rohrer household that you can go home with victory, and those girls can go home happy and do whatever they're doing here on Friday night. Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you. Thanks for coming out.
Thanks for joining us on the post-game show. Do you have any last-minute observations you would like to add tonight, Coach?
Well, again, I thought the adjustments made at halftime were the big difference in the game. Our defense came out a little more aggressive and forced some turnovers, and it created some opportunities for us to get some baskets, and more than anything, it gave us confidence. And I think that's what these ladies need right now, and I'm sure that the coaching staff was happy to see the ladies, and the defensive stand at the end of the game was phenomenal. I mean, that was a lot of time that they ate off the clock and then stopped that shot at the end of the game.
You've seen this as a coach and a player. Winning is fun, and watching the last team, the last 2 years has been a load of fun. But I think I have as much fun sometimes watching a young team grow and improve as I do a veteran team that just goes out there and crushes people night after night. I think this is a team that has grown by leaps and bounds since the first game they played. Obviously, there are still things to work on early in the season. You would hope by the Christmas tournament some of those would start to be ironed out, so that when you turn the corner after the first of the year, you're really starting to click on almost 8 cylinders, and by the time postseason rolls around, you are clicking on 8 cylinders.
That's right. And again, you heard, as you mentioned, Coach Farmer holler out 2 things. Let's give us credit. It was after we had said it.
Oh, yes.
Yes. But those are things that the coaches will come back and address the next days in practice. And they'll talk about getting the hands up, and they'll talk about not trying to pass over the top, and they'll work on drills that do bounce passes and the other fundamentals. And, the blockouts I thought were good. So you can tell that they work on those things. So
one thing that's an advantage and maybe a disadvantage from our days back in the day, if you had film, and we didn't always have film, the film wasn't very good a lot of times. So you maybe didn't have many film sessions with the coaches. Now with the HD stuff and the streaming and everything, they can pull a game film, and some of those film sessions could be absolutely brutal, especially if you're getting called out in a film session to say, hey, you did this, you did this, you did this. I'd be sitting in a dark room just kind of cringing a little bit, trying to hide. It's like, I'm flying under the radar here, leave me alone. But I think that's the thing, that they can go back to the film and start pointing here and saying, okay, this is here's what you did this wrong, this is a repeat, let's not do this again.
Yes, and I hope the girls see it as instructive criticism, because that's what it is.
Yes.
It's instruction, and you have to point out, you learn by failing. That's part of life, and that's what they're going to do. But they have to see it, because sometimes they can't see it. You're playing the game and you don't recognize it until somebody points it out to you, and then I hope they will learn from that, and I think they will. I think this team's hungry. You can tell they did not give up tonight. They were hungry for that win, and they did everything they had to do to make it happen.
And I think that's the thing you can point to, is they're not giving up. They're out there hustling all the time. You want to execute. It does come down to execution, but you can't always teach hustle. You can't always teach heart. That's something that comes around, and this team has a lot of heart.
Yes. And they're fortunate that they got to see what they saw in the players that left last year, in the last 2 years, and they know what that success is, and they want that. And so I'm sure that they will do everything they can to get themselves in a position to be a strong team.
Well, and the other thing is, too, I'm sure there's a lot of trying to live up to what was set for them by the last 2 years. Only one loss by the varsity team the last 2 years, a state championship. This team has to establish its own identity at some point. This is who we are. We are not them. This is who we are. This is how we play. This is how we win basketball games.
Absolutely.
And maybe every night it's going to be a 1 or 2 point win at the last minute. And we'll take that, no problem. A W is a W.
Absolutely. You find the way to win.
That's right.
Find that way to win.
That's how it shows up in the box score, folks. It shows up as a W or an L. It doesn't show necessarily how you got there. So for Coach Jan Bowers, for Connor Shaw, for Joe Lee working the board back at the station manager Jim Ash, for our production manager Lloyd Kirby. This is Jay Harden signing off from Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium, where the Lady Railers go to 2-3 with a 45-44 victory tonight over SHG. Good night, and thanks for listening.
Are you sick and tired of the telephone calls, text messages, and ads in the mail for Medicare open enrollment? Medicare open enrollment begins October 15th and ends December 7th. Changes made during this time will go into effect January 1, 2025. Feel free to call me, local Medicare agent Dara Entwistle, and set an appointment to go over 2025 changes and plans. My office is in downtown Lincoln, or I can meet with you at your home if you like. Again, call me, Dara Entwistle, your local Medicare agent and your friend in health insurance, 217-651-8046.
Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hello, Lincoln and Logan County. This is Chris Grau from Grau Chevrolet Buick in Lincoln. When it comes time to choose someone to repair your car, truck, or SUV, don't you think you'd feel more comfortable working with the local people you know and trust? Our team in service, parts, and detail have the tools, training, and knowledge that will get your repairs done quickly with less downtime and at the right price. Call the local pros at 217-735-4444 at Grau Chevrolet Buick on North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
Thank you for watching WLCN's live video stream coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer basketball. WLCN's live video stream coverage is made possible by Me Realty. Whether buying or selling, trust the professionals at Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Go online to merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, located at 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln, and online at myfgec.org. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Grau Incorporated, serving Lincoln and Logan County since 1953. Located at 1905 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. Phone 217-735-4444 or go online to grauinc.com. Chestnut Health Systems, offering a comprehensive scope of behavioral health and human services in Illinois and Missouri. Call 888-924-3786. State Farm Insurance Agent Brian Clark, with offices at 628 North Chicago Street in Lincoln, or call 217-732-6211. Collision Concepts, located at 1005 Macon Street, just off Woodlawn Road west of Culver's. Call 217-735-2100 or find them online at collisionconceptsinc.com. Complete Lawn Care, offering year-round service for all your outdoor needs, including lawn care, gutter cleaning, and snow removal. For a free estimate or for more information, call 217-732-9734. Dara Entwistle, independent health insurance agent advocating for you, your family, and your company. Located at 101.5 South Kickapoo Street, Suite 6 in Lincoln. Call 217-651-8046. Heartland Bank and Trust Company. Heartland Bank and Trust Company gives you choices with personal or business checking accounts that fit you. Good people, great account choices. Heartland Bank and Trust. Member FDIC. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Emo's Cafe, your family restaurant serving home-cooked meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Located at 616 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln, phone 217-605-0171. Emo's Cafe, Lincoln's family restaurant. The Johnson family, in honor of Keith Johnson, a proud supporter of Lincoln Lady Railer basketball for over 50 years. LCHS Lady Railer basketball alumni. Lincoln Lady Railer basketball, a proud tradition of Lincoln Community High School athletics. Once a Railer, always a Railer. Lincoln Heating and Cooling, located at 1716 Tremont Street in Lincoln. Phone 217-735-5835. The LMH Community Health Collaborative, improving the health of the people and the communities it serves. Chase Lowry Edward Jones Financial, your Lincoln Edward Jones financial advisor. Located at 407 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, learn how Chase can help you reach your financial goals. Visit edwardjones.com or stop by the office. Member SIPC. Joe Ryan Country Financial, located at 509 Pulaski Street in downtown Lincoln. Call 217-735-4385. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. Simply Traveled Cruise Planners. Let LCHS alum Amy Wiggers-Chen help with domestic and global travel arrangements for groups, generational travel, Disney, all things cruises, and all-inclusive travel. Simply Traveled is so much more than cruises. Call Amy at 615-961-6474 or go online to simply-traveled.com. United Community Bank, located at 2201 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln and online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank is the leader in community banking and stands ready to help both individuals and businesses. Phone 217-735-5400. Lincoln Mayor Tracy and Annette Welch. Thank you for watching WLCN's live video stream coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer basketball. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln and online at merealty.com. The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.